Καλησπέρα φίλοι της Grand Gamer School. Καινούριο παιχνίδι, προηγούμενη εβδομάδα. Harry Potter. Στην αρχή, να σας πω την αλήθεια, εγώ πίστεψα ότι θα είναι κανένα παιδικό παιχνίδι, αλλά μόνο αυτό δεν εξελίχθηκε το συγκεκριμένο, γιατί το έχω ξεκινήσει και αποφάσισα να το δείξω και σε εσάς σήμερα. Έχουμε παίξει 4 ζωρίτσες. Ένα κλασικό RPG ανοιχτού κόσμου με πολύ ενδιαφέρουσα έτσι υπόθεση. Δεν έχω δει εγώ κανένα Harry Potter, δεν έχω διαβάσει κανένα βιβλίο, δεν έχω δει τις ταινίες. Σίγουρα έχει μεγάλο κοινό το συγκεκριμένο παιχνίδι, συγκεκριμένη σειρά. Αν χαμηλώσουμε λίγο τον ήχο άμα είναι. Τη μουσική. Home cinema λέει. Θα βάλουμε headphones γιατί αυτό έχουμε στα αυτιά μας τώρα. Ο χαρακτήρας που φτιάξαμε, και αφού περάσαμε κάποιες αρχικές έτσι αποστολές, ας συνεχίσουμε έτσι απόψε να παίξουμε λίγο. Καιρό είχαμε να τα πούμε, ίσως είναι και το πρώτο gameplay του 2023. Όχι, δεν είναι. Έχουμε παίξει Dead Space. Φοβερά γραφικά, ήδη το βλέπετε. Εντάξει, τώρα σε performance mode το έχω. Να μην έχουμε κατεβάσματα. Στη ροή. Έχω ξαναπεράσει από εδώ. Revelio. Κάνουμε λοιπόν τα spells για να αποκαλύπτουμε κάποιες κρυφές έτσι καταστάσεις. Έχουμε περάσει. Ναι, είναι η βιβλιοθήκη εδώ. Ρίχνουμε κάνα ριβέλιο εδώ πέρα να δούμε. Να, εδώ είναι κρυμμένο μπαούλο. Λέμε κάτι γάντια, σιγά μην τα χρησιμοποιήσουμε. Τα γάλματα. Προφανώς έτσι είναι και στην ταινία. Αυτό το φαίνεται να το βάλουμε φωτιά για να βγει ένα field page. Πάμε να μαζέψουμε 25 από αυτά, θα πάμε και θα πάρουμε κάποια καλούδια. Πάρα πολύ μεγάλο το κάστρο και ο κόσμος είναι πολύ μεγάλος, γιατί πήγα σε ένα χωριό έξω από το κάστρο. Μας λέει που να πάμε. Πολύ μακριά. Δεν έχουμε ανακαλύψει ακόμα την υπτάμενη σκούπα στο παιχνίδι, οπότε ποδαράτη. Εδώ είναι αυτές οι πράσινες φλόγες είναι τα Fast travels. Μπαίνουμε μέσα, όχι. Είμαστε για 11, εμείς είμαστε ακόμα στο 9. Αλλά για να κάνουμε ένα revelio εδώ πέρα, μπάσκετ. Έχει τίποτα. Μέσα τα έχει. Λιδαριά δεν ανοίγει. 11. Γεια σου Σωτήρη, δεν έχω βάλει το Discord, είμαι στο PlayStation 5 και μακριά από τον υπολογιστή, δεν τον έχω ανοίξει, οπότε να μαζέψουμε κανένα πραγματάκι που θα μας χρησιμεύσει να φτιάξουμε κάτι μετά. Χάρι Πότερ, Σωτήρη. Εμείς παίζουμε τον Χάρι Πότερ. Εντάξει, δεν παίζει ο Χάρι Πότερ εδώ. Δεν έχω δει τις ταινίες, αλλά τώρα που το έχω ξεκινήσει είναι πολύ ενδιαφέρον παιχνίδι. Δεν έχουμε τίποτα εδώ κρυμμένο. Όχι. Με εντυπωσίασαν πολύ τα γραφικά του. Είναι πολύ προσεγμένο. Δεν υπάρχουν bugs προς το παρόν. Και έχει και ενδιαφέρουσα υπόθεση. Εδώ είναι πάλι ένα fast travel point. Να το ανακαλύψουμε.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Γιατί?
Revelio.
Δεν μας αφήνει. Α, μας αφήνει. Που υπάρχει. Ίσως αυτό την αποστολή πρέπει να την κάνουμε ότι θα είχαμε τη σκουπά. Τέλος πάντων. Τώρα αφού βγήκαμε. Δεν σκοτώνει τίποτα. Όχι. Αυτά σπάνε. Δεν θα πάμε μέσα. Πάμε.
Revelio.
Να την. Τέλεια. Ένα βήμα προς το επόμενο. Εδώ έχουμε. Αυτό το σκάρφ είναι καλό. Για να δούμε. Έχουμε και γάντια. 9. Εννιά θα βάλουμε, εννοείται. Θα ανεβάσουμε. Δεν μπορούμε ακόμα. Ανεβούμε στο επόμενο επίπεδο. Ναι, γίνεται. Αλλά δεν το έχω ανακαλύψει ακόμα. Το έχω δει σε βίντεο. Ότι κυκλοφορεί με σκούπα. Δεν έχουμε τίποτα, όχι. Κάμε πίσω.
I should investigate.
Αυτή είναι λοιπόν μια φιλενάδα μέσα.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How
Μας
are you?
κυνηγάνε.
I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Για πες, εγώ ξέρω. Αν και σου είπε ο καθηγητής να μην πεις τίποτα.
I'd never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I'm going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Τι θα φτιάξουμε τώρα, για πες μας.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Πάμε να βοηθήσουμε, λέει.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You can't get wrong like a child. Stupefy! No!
Πάρε και αυτό. Ποιος έρχεται?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Θα γίνει μάχη. The collection section of your field guide has been updated with new enemy type.
You're there!
Όχι ρε.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this student out of my dead body!
Go, sir.
Back before.
Ευτυχώς τον πρόλαβα.
You will pay for your deeds. Stupefy, you little...
Τέλεια. Καταφέραμε και σε χαμηλό χρόνο.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Τι είπες Μαρή? Δεν σ' άκουσα, ξαναπες τα.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Ίσως γι' αυτό δεν παρακολουθούσα.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Πάμε να το πάρουμε.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Για να βάλουμε. Οπα.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Να βάλουμε φωτιά.
Potato! Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are back where they
Δεν πρέπει να ανάψει τον τρίτο ρε, βρε.
Incendio!
Έτσι, μπράβο. Δεν είχα δει ότι υπήρχαν τρεις.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Revelio! I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Ναι.
Revelio.
Δεν έχουμε κάτι εδώ, αλλά βλέπω εκείνον. Που κάτι ζητάει.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Ναι, για πες μας.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
I'm afraid I'm not keen on mucking about at the bottom of lakes.
Oh, please don't say no just yet. Perhaps if you understood my plight, you'd change your mind.
Perhaps. What precisely do you need to retrieve and why?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something...
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful.
Βαρέθηκα.
I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful.
Θα βουτήξουμε.
I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Πάμε. Και πώς πάμε κάτω?
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Τι βρήκαμε? Δεν μπορούμε να το πάρουμε? Έλα τώρα. Θα πετάξουμε κανένα καπέλο. Ούτε αυτό ήταν. Ρε παιδί μου, τι πρέπει να πετάξω? Τι να καταστρέψουμε? Αμάτο. Από εδώ δεν μπορούμε να διώξουμε κάτι. Αλλά μάλλον βρήκαμε τον αστρολάβο. Όχι. Ρε πάλι. Νάτος.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
Too terribly difficult.
Στεγνή η ρόμπα.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Τι γυαλί είναι αυτό, ρε
How
μεγάλη.
incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did.
Είχε και
I hope
επιλογή,
it
του
makes your
κρατάω.
father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Πάει και αυτό. Λοιπόν, πάμε. Όχι έτσι, θα πάμε με fast travel. Εδώ θέλουμε. Πού να πάμε τώρα? Πάμε τα πάμε να μαζέψουμε και τίποτα.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Τι είχε εδώ κάτω? Σπήλαιο. Οκ, σωτηρή. Δεν είναι για φωτιά. Ας να διαλέξουμε το σωστό. Να κάνουμε το ρεπάρο.
Levioso. Accio.
Καλά είπα και εγώ και πήραμε το σωστό. Για πάμε εδώ μέσα.
Revelio.
Τίποτα.
Revelio.
Nothing. Αυτό πρέπει να τα... Πρέπει να αδειάσουμε τώρα κάπου. Να πουλήσουμε πράγματα. Τι έχουμε πάλι καινούριο, καπέλο. Κάτι ολοκληρώσαμε. Exploration. Τα πάρουμε. Και combat. Και αφήσαμε. Κι άλλο από κάτω, ναι. Έχει side quest. Πάμε σε αυτό, λέω. Να κάνουμε herbolles για να διαλέξουμε, να γινόμαστε μετά ικανοί να φτιάχνουμε potions. Fast travel.
The last time I was
Εδώ. Εδώ δεν έχω ξανάρθει.
Revelio.
Όπου κρύψε καμπανάκι. Εκεί έξω. Πρέπει να γίνει μέρα.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh,
you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Τα γυαλιά είναι όλα τα
We
λεφτά.
do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement,
But the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge.
the prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb.
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Όχι, τι θα γίνει.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Τραβά. Α, γι' αυτό φορούσαν.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
Splendid work, everyone! Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Πάμε στην καθηγήτρια.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the magic neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They Do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just, now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Μάλιστα, έτσι παίρνουμε. Hold the lane, tap R to open the door, ναι. Καλό.
Anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Οπ, και σπάει μετά.
Revelio.
Τίποτα εδώ. Όχι.
With that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Πάει και αυτό.
Mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damn hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Πού πάμε τώρα? Potions. Έλα, αφού το βάλαμε. Δεν το είχαμε βάλει.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Now,
Shouldn't there be Aurors or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely
Begin.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Revelio.
prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Here's the flopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Didney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Το φτιάξουμε τώρα. Να φτιάξουμε και ένα τέτοιο.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Oh, τι κάνει ο άλλος.
Not again.
Oh, smell.
Dragon Tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
Professor Sharp...
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Oh.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Πάει και αυτό.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Πάμε. Έντεκα.
Revelio.
Βρείτε με εδώ κρυμμένο. Όχι.
My robes are going to reap
Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Α, κάνουμε κανένα side quest. βάλαμε. Τι πάτησα τώρα? Όχι, δεν έχουμε κάνει κάτι εδώ. Όχι.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Μακριά ήταν.
You there? Yes, you. I wonder if you might come with me for a moment.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Sir Nicholas.
I know about the book you found and its missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
Wait, how do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow in the restricted section. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
Revelio.
This may be a leap, but I believe I know who ended up with those pages. I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform a small favor for me along the way.
Κάτι πονηρό ετοιμάζει αυτός.
Small favor in exchange for getting those pages.
Yes, it's nothing really. I'd be grateful if you could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
I beg your pardon. Roast beef? Rotten roast beef?
That is correct. Rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ugh. I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my young friend. My ghostly form cannot carry it. Now, if you'd be so kind as to collect the roast beef, I shall explain everything else in due course.
Θα πρέπει να πάω κάπου να τα πουλήσω αυτά. Πάμε τους ληστές. Οπ, έχουμε. Πάμε, σταματήσουμε εδώ. Το σώσουμε. Σίγουρα το συνεχίσουμε. Ενδιαφέρον μέχρι να βγουν και άλλα παιχνίδια. Έχει πολλά ο Φεβράριος. Αυτά λοιπόν για απόψε. Σας ευχαριστώ για όσους περάσατε. Όσοι δείτε το βίντεο, κάντε ένα like και θα τα ξαναπούμε. Καλό σας βράδυ.